Well, I just spent over $200 to buy an Ellen Ripley from Aliens. Did I make a mistake? Spoiler, yes. Today we look at something that I think is a huge waste of money. Oh, God. Why do I know that? Because this Present Toys flight officer is supposed to be her. If you don't know, Ellen Ripley, Aliens. There's nothing really to say other than let's just get into it, okay? So side of the box, Present Toys, back of the box, you get some warnings and stuff and whatever, man. I'm so bummed. This was like over $200, and that was even on AliExpress. Bottom and top say flight officer. Who cares? Get rid of the sleeve. Waste of money. Front, okay, great. Beautiful, simple image of flight officer. It's not what it's gonna look like. Oh, back of the box, you got warnings again, and let's open it. Let's open it. Why did I spend this much money? Well, the promo photos actually look pretty good. Okay, the promo photos show gloves on her, which was the only downside, I thought. Okay, so here it is in the packaging. Soft goods, huge, 1/6 scale, Ellen Ripley, wannabe. 2 layers of stuff, so I think accessory-wise, I think this thing might have some saving moments or whatever. I'm gonna say right now that I need to know somebody that can do a custom head sculpt or custom repaint or something, because this is bad, okay? Before I show how bad the face is, we have to, that's a NECA figure, by the way, for anybody that's gonna ask. So let's do a little zoomies with our cameras. In the box, we've got a left and right of this trigger finger with a glove on, which doesn't make sense. Nope, you didn't wear gloves. You get a left and right of this, which skin-wise, it looks fine. Sculpt is pretty basic. Somebody's gonna know, but is this based on the old Hot Toys one? Are we seeing like some redone sculpting of that? You get a left and right of the trigger finger, but without the gloves, so thank goodness. Like I said, I thought, based on the promo images, I didn't even know that you could get gloveless options. So that's good, okay? Then we have this pouch, which she didn't carry, right? But whatever, a cool soft goods pouch with a piece of Velcro, and then just this styrofoam. Is there anything in there? Because that styrofoam's a little interesting. No. But that's fine. I'm a huge fan of the Aliens franchise. By franchise, I mean 3 movies. Alien, Aliens, and Romulus. And the rest of them are dookie. This looks very nice, okay? So the soft goods at 1/6 scale is certainly easier to do than 1/12 scale, but it's doing the job. And I'm happy because of that. But I don't know what that's supposed to be from. On the plus side, the accessories are looking pretty nice. We've got this, well, I say that and then immediately look at just a sticker on this big plastic piece. Oh, man. Whatever. I usually don't care to have a base. They couldn't even put her name in here, even though we're clearly in the Aliens thing. Like, I can understand the box and the online naming of things, but that seems like an odd choice. A pretty simple base. I thought maybe it would open and you could put accessories in there. It doesn't seem to want to open. There's no way to get into it, and if you can open it. Kind of standard 1/6 scale base. So you do the old hook 'em and crotch 'em. We have a beautiful little face hugger, and it doesn't do anything. That's it. We did it. Look at it. Details are pretty fantastic as far as paint. I don't know that this coloring is right. Seems a little fleshy, pinky flesh tone versus that kind of whatever color. It should be more this color, whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's move on. We have this egg, which looks pretty cool. Check that out. A lot of detail in there. A lot of nice paint work, including, oh, that's like soft. Huh. This is very well done. So thank you, at least, for doing that. Present Toys. We do have this strap piece so that you can work the 2 guns. Comes with 2 guns, as it should, and you can kind of force them together, I'm guessing, like in the movie. And then you get this, the flamethrower. Now, downside, there's no effects. It would be really nice to have like a little flame effect that just like you know, just a little tiny one. Doesn't have to be a huge flame, but just let us know that it's lit. It would add a lot more life to this thing. But the paintwork here is looking really nice, okay? I don't know if there's something wrong with this based on like movie accuracy. Looks really good to me. I don't think you ever really get a super close look at this gun unless you're going frame by frame. And the M41A pulse rifle, is that right? This thing, look at it. Oh, now this looks good. This looks really good. And they included the tracker with the duct tape. Wow, now that's nice. Doesn't have any moving parts except for the is it the grenade launcher part? Right? Yeah, that was a grenade launcher, which those would be really tiny grenades, but whatever. This looks very, very good. Very happy with that. Okay, so I think we are just gonna be left with desperately needing a face sculpt. So let's take a look and you guys can judge for yourself, okay? Looking at the figure as it is in the box, okay? It's pretty dirty. It's got the t-shirt and the pants, and then it has these stupid gloved hands for whatever reason. You got the bandolier on the front here with shotgun shells, but these should be grenades, pretty sure, not shotguns. It's a small detail. They're all individually placed in there, which is kind of a step beyond expectation, I would think. Looks good. Now this is a seamless body, so you're actually getting joints in there that do that, which is good and bad, I guess. Like, yeah, now it looks like you're wearing a skin suit. But it does have the benefits of not seeing any joints, which is pretty cool. Now, there's a lot of paint work and grunge going on, like even in the pants, you can see some just nastiness, which is cool. There's a couple sets of zippers, which don't seem to really function because, look at that. They don't seem to function. Now, the pants are also, I think, just inspired by, because I don't recall that pocket being there. Not that big of a deal. We do have the NECA version to kind of look at for reference. I don't know who's closest, who's got the more accurate color. Doesn't matter. They both have their issues for sure. Like the sweats, look at that. Now this is earlier days for NECA, so it's not a perfect figure by any means. Articulation here with these shoulders that go pretty much wherever you need them to. There's some good range considering the, well, actually, I'm sure there's a joint that's visible underneath all that. The elbow has some really good range. And then the wrist pegs are just kind of standard ball pegs, which is cool. Wrist peg, ball peg. Pretty cool. Now, articulation of the body. It's there, but with all these soft goods and the silicone skin stuff, it does want to force itself back into a straight up position. So I don't think we're gonna get a lot out of this, which is probably okay. We just need a good classic holding the gun setup. The legs are limited for sure by these pantalones, and we got some basic kicks, doesn't matter. Again, this is a character that really you're gonna put into a good classic stance, like on the cover of the DVD. The legs are gonna, the feet, the boots, what are these things called? Ankle joints are gonna be the most limiting because we have these boots, these like awesome space boots that say very poorly, Ripley. And it gets worse, trust me. So that's kind of bad to Ripley there. This isn't awful. I mean, bottom of the shoes got some detail. That's pretty cool. But look at this one. All they did was copy, paste, flip. They couldn't even be bothered to go in and adjust it so that the text went the right way. It just goes backwards. Yelper? This is Yelper and Ripley. Stupid. So how do you know it's not an official good thing? Well, there's a good reason to know. Now she does have, looks like functioning pockets on her side. So I guess, you know, cool. Also a really stupid thing. Look, why? This is dumb. What generic body is under here? Oh, it looks so bad. Okay, the big moment, the big reveal, the thing that I hate the most because I looked at it before I even reviewed it. This face. Yuck. Who the heck is that? That's like, I mean, maybe a relative to Sigourney Weaver, but that is not that good. Now, with dramatic lighting, as you see here on the edge of her cheeks, it certainly helps, but this is not good. And anybody that says so is a madman or person. This is kind of bad too, like the way the neck, the jaw thing, this makes it look like a doll. It's a doll, isn't it? This isn't an action figure. The hair's also really bad. Man, disgusting. Now, NECA didn't do that great of a job either. Like, she looks like a cartoonified version of somebody trying to be Ripley. But this, I mean, while it does certainly look more realistic, as we can see, and the dramatic lighting helps, let's get a little bit more... Nothing. You can't help this. Can it be helped? I don't think so. It's so much worse in person too. I do not like looking at this thing. So I really need somebody that can, I don't know, can this face be saved with a really good paint job? Or do I just need a totally new custom head? That's what it looks like underneath. Also, these wrist pegs just want to slide right out, so swapping the hands is a little annoying and kind of cumbersome, because look at how the skin, oh, gross. And this side was starting to split, see that? That's like a very cheap plastic, or at least cheaply made part. Now, I bought this because I am an Aliens fan, I said that. But there aren't a lot of options out there for this character. And if you want the Hot Toys one, which is kind of old and definitely needs a new head sculpt on it on its own itself, that thing is really expensive now. So the best way to get one is this third party. Perfect setup for me too is this going to have both of these guns like at the end of the movie wrapped around. So that's going to be really interesting to see if I can even do that. I mean, she did it like this and then used some tape, I think. The other thing is, I don't know about these silicone bodies or whatever they're made from. Is this a bad idea to have it in this pose for a long period of time? Like, if you display it like this with the gun, is that just going to crack and get gross? Is that a common thing? Especially with a third party, you don't know what it's made with? This is a very frustrating thing to use, by the way. Okay, even just trying to get this very simple setup of the gun in the hands is not great. Okay, there's a lot of restrictions of the joints or something. I don't know what the problem is. The hands too soft wrist pegs. So if you want to, well, right, because of the restrictions of the pants. Well, no, because of the restrictions of the boots, you can't get the foot to flatten out in certain poses. So that's, oh God, this was a bad idea. Literally no articulation below the knee. So this is not even gonna go into standard poses. God. So if you weren't sure about buying this thing and you watched this review, now you know, don't buy it. $200 and some of just disappointment, pure disappointment. Pure, I don't know. The accessories are great, the guns and stuff, but what good does that do, especially in 1/6 scale? And if the purpose of buying this was to have one of your favorite movie characters, you failed. I failed. Everybody failed. Present Toys, you failed. Who wants to buy it? Nobody. So am I stuck with it? Great. If I dunk on it and then try to sell it, what good does that do? Anyway, if you like this video and you want to see some other stuff get reviewed, then click the top link there. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Breakdown.